Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's dive into it right away. See what's coming your way. By the way, if you are new here, this is Divine Light, and I'm so happy you joined me today. And if you have been here for a while, haven't subscribed already, go ahead, hit subscribe. We have a crescent moon on the bottom. Let's see what that means, because I merged these things with symbols. So I would like to pull some symbols to get clarity what we're seeing in the cup as well. But what happens with the crescent moon on the bottom? This can be something representative of an authority figure maybe, or an authority that you're dealing with right now. But the thing is, it can also symbolize your victory over the authority. So maybe you're dealing with an authority, maybe you have done everything in your power, but it's impossible to explain yourself to them. Seems like here they're gonna get the memo. Maybe they haven't catch up with the memo yet, but it seems like they're gonna get the memo. And I also see there are two people here having a conversation. I want to point it out, but this is towards the end of the week. What happens in the beginning is there's tears of joy. Yeah, I feel like here what I'm sensing is like a positive thing happening for you. That authority will get the memo finally. And let's see what else we have. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. I feel like this has already happened. Okay, this has already happened to some of you. Maybe you didn't choose something, but the authority maybe put you in a position to forcefully make you do something. However, this can be coming up back to you as a compensation with maybe something with an interest, a payment, can be material payment. We're going to dive into the material of the next 4 weeks for each sign after this one too. So it seems like here the payback time is coming forward. Okay, so you might even have these emotions at the same time throughout the week, like having maybe scared and then sorrow, and then the happiness and success comes forth. So it's not about feeling sad or upset. It's about actually embodying that state of being for too long. That's the dangerous part, okay? Because as long as you pass the emotion, you feel sad and cry and then keep moving on, you're going to meet the wealth that is coming and raining into your life. We have a bridge here, successfully building a bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. And we have Cain. Pay attention to your health. If you have Capricorn, this showed up with the Capricorns today's reading, so go ahead and check that one out as well. I just posted it. So it's mental health, physical health, emotional health. Maybe too much stress happening here is after you relax into the wealth and the solution, it might just pop out of nowhere. This is not really medical advice, but it's good to just check with the professionals in that sense. Another thing we have here, the things are turning around, guys. It's getting much better than it looks, okay? So feel confident. Know that God is with you. 4-leaf clover, great good fortune, positive good luck. Vulture here says depression, anxiety, but think of the vulture as the cleaners of the earth. So if you had any of these, something coming forward, nature-related, nature-bound spirit coming forward to clean that up, maybe bring you clarity. We have here the forest. Muddled, unclear thinking. Yeah, I feel like that's what you're clearing with the vulture, because a wish is granted here. I'm going to see what this forest muddled thinking is about. Is it about material, spirit, angels, and guides? Please talk to us through these cards. This is a collective reading, by the way. It's not specific to a sign. So if you're being cold, this is meant for you. Devil. Okay. So Devil's a Capricorn. I said Capricorn here before. You might be dealing with a Capricorn. Capricorn tends to be very goal-oriented. Another thing, if you're a Capricorn, maybe you are really focusing too much on the things at hand, but that's actually distracting you from living your life. That's actually muddling your thinking. Maybe you're having a hard time to find solutions to the problems because your focus is strictly on the subject in front of you. And what happens is, a friend of mine the adventure. You need to go on an adventure. Adventure doesn't have to be a maximum, just booking a plane ticket, jumping on the plane and going to an unknown country or anything like that. It can be going out there for a walk to a neighborhood that you've never been to, okay, by foot, exploring, watching, being in the moment. That's what going out of your way, basically. It doesn't have to be massive in the massive scale. The thing is, the devil overanalyzes. For example, if you put your hand too close to your nose, you cannot see any details of it. So sometimes you need to distance yourself from this subject, the hand, a little bit, as much as you can, so you can see the details of it. So this small adventure, small passion that you're going to be following is actually going to bring the answer to you, a wish granted, okay? Let's see what else we have here. I told you that I saw the crescent moon, but the crescent moon is actually coming within maybe in the middle of the week or towards the end of the week that you're seeing it fully formed. Another thing here, there's a massive crowd. You're starting the week with a V, which is a victory. However, it's not really a celebration victory. I see two people at the end of the V having a conversation. So this is maybe a person you wanted to talk to for a long time. There's another person watching it. Kind of reminds me of a blonde guy. Anyways, and he has like a good looking woman next to him as well. So this can be like a couple, a mother and father, an authority figure, someone you accept as an authority. But what you're doing here is you're minding your own business rather than distracting yourself with the people who are applauding. I feel like they're applauding, but they might be also trying to get your attention and try to get you out of your way. However, either way, you're focused on the conversation at hand, the situation at hand, and that is going to carry you above this mess right here. There's a mess. I feel like here there's also a feast, also a fight, also a mess, also a show at the same time happening in this environment. If you're a Sagittarius, it might sound a little fun. Oh, let me jump into that exciting opportunity. But the thing is, then you might get muddled. There might be mud getting all over you that you're not going to be able to pull yourself out of the situation. I see here, I told you, like there are people fighting here. There are people dancing here. We have like a grumpy man, the eyes and the nose and the mustache here. And then I see here there's a woman. She's singing. She's actually bringing the entertainment. But she has a ring above her head, so she's attached here. So she is not really enjoying the scenery, but she has to be there. So this is some environment, maybe a work environment that you're being called to. And maybe you have two options in your hand and you're like picking up the one that is on a higher level. Okay, so if you have two choices, this can be even the simplest thing. If you would like to buy a shoe, for example, and you're wearing both of them feel the same. The higher, maybe it's like a little bit more expensive one. It doesn't have to be massive, like a designer brand type of expensive, but it can be $10 more. Okay, so maybe their insurance is better. Their, those kind of like companies, some companies actually return policy is better, okay? Or they're much more sturdier. So high road is the key because you don't want to be like fighting in the mud with this crowd. This doesn't mean it's a bad crowd, but it's a chaotic situation. I feel like some of you have already been in this kind of places and dealt with this kind of people. Instead of like dealing with that kind of like energy, just going on a high road, taking the high road is going to be your save, it's going to save the day basically. I see there's a legal contract here. If any of you dealing with an authority or like a legal contract, I see someone here getting under that paper. So whoever actually, I feel like a masculine energy can be patriarchal system that offered this to you. Now we are living in a patriarchal system. So this can be an institution. Every board that you think about or every like parliament or this like community, they're not really community, they're like board of men. Basically, everything when I tell you, when you think of the board is filled with men, it's probably that institution. Can be a university, can be government, can be a company, okay? And the CEOs are mostly this type of rooms are filled with men. I'm not saying this is a negative thing. I'm saying this is what we have today's world. That's our reality right now. So that though, That being said, these are actually under the paper that is coming to you. So you're having some sort of like a victory over this kind of board and this kind of like group of people. I see there's a funnel forming. Funnel can be a funnel that you're creating to collect your heart's desire. This can be a bank account that you will actually attach it to if you're selling something to that. If you're writing a book, maybe that's going to be the bank account you're going to be giving to your editor so you can get paid. It can be a fund that you're creating to maybe help people collect money. If that's like, these are probably the things requiring you to think for the long term and plan for the long term. I don't think this is going to form in 2 weeks or 2 days and then you're going to execute right away, which if you have done it before, yes, you can. But if this is the first time, this can be even the idea, inspiration coming to you. I see there's a mother hugging a baby here. This might be some people running away from some other place and they're coming towards you. And there's also under it, there is a blind justice. This kind of reminded me of the original, not the tarot one. The tarot, we see the god of justice, the justice card. Her eyes are open, so she's not really blindly deciding who's right, who's wrong. She's not really like, yes, she has a scale, but her eyes also can see the truth. So Themis is the Greek god of justice. And this is a person who just weighs the facts in front of them, but doesn't really use their heart. Because the evidence can be produced, paper can be produced, but the compassion and the truth of the matter can be actually different. Even when you word something in a loud voice or a slow voice, it can sound different. So you might be dealing with this couple, this mother and the kid, or a father and the kid. I don't know. It's just kind of looks like a father now when I get closer. They might be dealing with this kind of like a system now, and they might show up. I see a letter L here, like Larry, Loretta. Can be in someone's first name or the last name. This can be a family member or a friend that dealing with this kind of system. It seems like they're getting out of that and in a safe place, and then they're coming towards you. I see that you're holding in your hand a torch. The torch can be you're actually signaling, okay, come over this way, come this way. I know this is for the next 7 days, but I think the time has actually accelerated, even though we don't really see it, feel it. Or maybe some of you are feeling it too. The days are passing so fast now. So that's why it can be happening very soon, but it might also have like you hearing about these people coming towards you. We have here a claw or maybe like clip of Scorpio. I see there's like a gossip happening here just about maybe a Scorpio, or the Scorpio is carrying you the news. There's a mask falling off. Someone may be hiding things from you. Their mask that you are right here. You're pulling off their mask and you're disguising yourself. So if you get Seven of Swords in your cards, I'm going to say this is you strategically dropping some people's masks off, which is the number 3 shows up here right after that. This is going to give you like creative ideas when you drop people's masks off. This is going to really like boost your creativity. So it's open to, that's why I don't want to name, like give examples of the events, because maybe this person is someone who is, they're not really creative, but they're criticizing your creativity or the stuff that you do. When you pull their mask down, this is going to give you confidence to use your own. It can be something like that. Towards the end of the weekend, I see someone dancing here because there's another clean paper coming forward. So something that you have been in expectation of probably going to come forth, and you are lifting up in your hand a cup. But I feel like this is like think of it as they don't have Olympic cups, right? They just have medals. It's just like, think of it like winning a cup here at the end of the day. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I see here a person, kind of reminded me of a bean. I don't know why. It's not really exactly shaped like a bean. But if this is a person, Now you outside your comfort zone. I feel like someone younger than you. Maybe someone is younger. That's why it's like a shape like a bean. Your desire is coming in 2 different stages. And it seems like you are also coming outside your comfort zone. So you're actually finding a common ground with this person and having communications, and the words might be bouncing off others as well, or this can be like a show that you're putting up for other people to watch. Either way though, this is going to create a wave in your heart. Some things are going to start to move. Some feelings are going to start coming to surface, and this can be also like maybe there are some desires that you have been delaying. You're going to find within you the power to pursue those. Your desire is coming full circle. This is basically, it's going to close a cycle in your life, and it's not closing a cycle. The desire is not really aligned with what's actually for your highest good, okay? Maybe you're desiring from an ego place, not really like a soul place. It's not really something serving to humanity. For example, maybe you want a new car. Okay, you need a new car, and you say I want a new car. I want a great new make and model, European or the red. Like, let's put all the passionate things in it. Like what is that? The one that the ceiling lifts off, something like that. Yeah, this is a good desire, but it's an ego desire. It doesn't have no purpose behind it. But when you say like, okay, I am actually working this as, for example, like a sales business, and if I had that kind of a car, I'm in a very hot place. I'm going to be able to get my clients in there, and we're going to have amazing drives by the sea, by the ocean. It's going to be so much fun, and this and that. So then it just starts to put a purpose on it, even though that's also something just related to ego fun, but it just creates a scene, okay? And the more you put other components inside of it, and if they're honorable, universe even helps you receive it faster, okay? Or maybe you're going to say like, I'm going to deliver my children to school with that, and we're going to go for picnics, and we're going to have so much fun. Maybe you want an SUV. We're going to climb the mountains and such, etc. Okay? So it is going to create a scene. We had a judgment falling into the first day here. You see her. This is a new deck. I forgot where the box or the name is. So what happens here is that this is a judgment. The judgment day originally raises the dead from the coffin, so you can actually face them and forgive them and let them go. We have you here standing on the road, everything coming to the surface that you thought you'll have left in the past. They're all coming to the surface, so you can maybe even say goodbye to them. Now, it's not really these things happen to you. It doesn't really belong into your future. Some of them might be good experiences, but the feelings of negativity do not belong to that. So this first day of the week, you're probably going to get rid of them. What happens is 5 of Pentacles being left out in the cold, but then ending a cycle. Okay, guys, this is looking beautiful, but I'm gonna get to that 7 of Cups. Too many options. Okay, so like I said, the judgment day is going to be your first day of the week. You're going to be letting go of things, and maybe you're going to understand why things actually went a certain way. Okay, and the next day you might feel a little bit 5 of Pentacles again. No, you're going to feel it at the same moment, and it's going to continue the next day, that feeling. We start from Monday through Sunday, okay? I keep saying next 7 days, but this is Monday through Sunday. It seems like here, yes, you're starting it and letting something go, but this is making you feel like being left out in the cold, because you're not going to be in the same environment in the past places, so you're going to be left outside. It might feel a little bit sad. You see, like, she's sad here too. It's going to continue the second day, and it's going to have like a little bit ambiguous situation, because you're not going to have clarity from, especially in that moment, where to go. But the thing is, the third day, we have the World card here. World card is the news that you're waiting for. Ending the negative cycle, the judgment comes, and then the World comes. Ending a cycle and beginning a new one. We even have here I don't know if this is a priest outfit or these are two women. Okay, so you're finding a heartfelt companion here with the ending. You're not going to be alone. There's going to be somebody right there, right beside you and supporting you and playing with you. And so that's why I feel like that's how, especially, you're going to overcome this negative left out in the cold mindset. This will also give you the confidence to move forward to your future. Maybe you're going to take a big leap first and then you're going to slow it down. Page of Wands is someone who's confident, blunt, stepping into an unknown. However, this doesn't mean that they are not really stable. And he or she we have here goes after adventure. And green color can be heart chakra. So whatever your heart's desiring, that you're going to be pursuing it. But you're planting the seeds beforehand here, okay? And maybe you might have a companion helping you to shape that desire, that passion. But you're not going to go into it blindly, which Page of Wands tend to do that. But we have Eight of Pentacles here. Maybe you might consider taking an education before you step into that environment. We have here, that's going to be the logical thing to do. That's going to be the mature thing to do if you're feeling like, oh, I can just do it by myself. That's the page behavior. It's not the king behavior. That's like a little bit immature behavior that you need to become aware of, be aware of before you jump into it. Fifth day, we have Two of Cups. You might receive a gift. You might find a person that is compatible with you. This can be a soulmate, a good friend. Soulmate can be a good friend as well. This can be a lover. This can be someone you have equal exchange, that you're exchanging things together here. And like not of the same kind. You can see their clothing. The faces are similar, but they're different, as you can see here, okay? So it seems like there's a stable relationship forming in your life, guys. This can be love, which will change a lot of things in you, and which can create stability, bring stability with the King of Pentacles. This can be material stability, also emotional stability. And this can be a person you're meeting on that day, that you're feeling the vibe change, but maybe it is unfolding in the future because King of Pentacles takes his time. Three of Wands is a new adventure that you're trusting this time. This new adventure, you're going to end up in a very good place. The Three of Wands we see in the original tarot, Three of Pentacles on the bottom, that a merchant watching his ship sailing into the ocean, and he's maybe going to hop on one of them, the next one, and he trusts that God, the creator of all that is, the highest power, actually protects him. And that's because he trusts the divine and the higher powers. That's why he is protected. I feel here you might feel a little bit emotional discontent because of having everything you have, but maybe asking for more. This is the theme of this week's readings. A lot of people got this Four of Cups. I feel like here, instead of focusing on, most of us, what we're doing, this consumption culture, we keep focusing on what's next, which I am guilty of it. Even though I have this many cards, I still look up what's hot, what's good, what just got delivered to my country here, I can pick up. So maybe this Saturday, the 6th day of the week, Sabbath for some religions, it's actually one religion, I think. I'm not sure. It's the day of the rest. Maybe it's time to give it a rest your mind, rather than focusing on seeing online on the social media the things that you don't have, cutting all that off and focusing on the things that you already have and giving them love, loving the cards I have already, okay? So we have here Seven of Cups. What is that going to do? When you love what you have, what is that going to do? Seven of Cups is actually being confused, first of all. You're going to be a little confused. Your energy is not ready for that. It's not ready to appreciate what you have, or like not in the sense of like this calm gratitude. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is like embellished gratitude. Like it's just bursting out of you. Practice it that way. Let's see how it's going to end up. And when you do, okay, it might even create an inner conflict within you, confusion, and you might be given a lot of options. The options might actually start to multiply in front of you. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I only have 2 cups that I can drink from. That's it. I don't have any more. But when you start nurturing what you have in the shelf, you're going to realize there's more cups behind it, and you're going to be confused. Oh, which one am I going to use now? I have so many. Okay, that's the Five of Wands energy. Let's see what else you can do. Yeah, you can go along with the conflict and create the struggle for yourself, but what else you can do? You can defend your mind and your choice, because you're making a being choice, a state of being. You're choosing peace, and whatever against it, this can be a person on a Sunday calling you and disturbing you, and a situation happening on a day that is actually bothering you. This is actually you defending your peace rather than going along. What happens when you defend it? No, the world says, no, I'm not going to let you defend your peace. That's not what the world says. The world says, I'm going to close the cycle. The fear is going to crop up. Oh, what if this, what if that? But when you stand your ground, like the Seven of Pentacles, because I see that you're having a higher ground right here. And what you're doing right now is actually changing the course of your life. Only mentally making a choice can be enough sometimes. And when you stand your ground, you're going to be completing a cycle with the world. You're going to close this negative cycle. And this can be happening this weekend. Maybe this is actually rejecting something that is not really aligning with you, or accepting something that is you're feeling aligned with, that maybe past you would never accept that. This can be a gift from someone that is coming. Maybe you never accept that. You say, you know what? I don't want your things. I can take care of myself. I don't want your help. I will take care of myself. But this might be also you telling, oh, you're going to help me? Okay, let's get it. It's going to crop up some fear. Or what if they ask it back? What am I going to do? You got to keep pushing, keeping in the Seven of Wands and a higher ground energy. That will end that cycle for you guys. I want to see, this is a strange reading. I feel like this is like going more spiritual enlightenment path. That's why I want to pull a chakra card here. This is going to give us like, where are you transforming your life? Which part of that? Oh, release. Release the past. Okay, this is very clear. The great chakra here, it's actually, in this book, the gray color is used for, I think, the third eye chakra. Let's see. No, it actually used for crown chakra, sorry. The crown chakra, which is your connection to the higher realms, the creative world that is. So I feel like there's an attachment. And you know what this attachment is. As soon as I said that, the first thing popped in your head is that attachment. And you might be thinking, I cannot live without it. Or it has to happen. Or it has to go away. I cannot make it. Or it was something that is like, you keep saying, I cannot. And if there is no such thing like that, it is something maybe in your mind keeps like staying there. It's time to let that go. The shadow gray storm behind her says that I can no longer keep your secrets. Those secrets are the things that are holding you back. So those are not really the secrets to destroy the world, but those are the secrets that you have been suppressing. The feelings, the thoughts that you have been carrying about yourself or about the world. Healing coming forth, your remission, integration, that you're integrating into the world that you wanted to be a part of. And personal inquiry here says, this indicates healing family of origin issues. Am I ready to face my past and let go? So some of you might be also like carrying things from your past, your family. I know this is really heavy for a weekly reading, but yeah, it came forward. Let's go. I'm going to pull one more. This is your destiny. Again comes the crown chakra. This is like you rising to a higher level. That's why you're releasing, because your soul purpose is unraveling. It's actually showing itself. Okay, let's pull some more cards here. Rainbow, waterfall, butterflies, metamorphosis, and also beautiful miracles coming into your life. And we have here Wizard of the Woods. Focus. Keep your focus at the things that you want to happen rather than the things you want to let go. So we have here also Earth Spirit bringing stability into your life. Would love that. I'm going to pull a sigil here, which can be like, you can write these down as a symbol. And or you can use it for goodness. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune, if that's what you're looking for. The fame and fortune doesn't have to be specifically all around the world, universal, you going on the stage. This can be in the family stage, you being actually recognized, accepted, and loved. This is a symbol of the sun. If you have Leo in your chart, you probably have seen it before. So you can use that, or you can also sunbathe, like look at the sun for a couple seconds, but this is a very specific thing. There are specific instructions to do that, like you do it only early in the morning when the sun is rising. I think those kind of things. And if you want to do like, there's sun eating, something called like that. Look it up, and if it fits with your day-to-day, maybe explore just a tiny bit. Achievement, win the award, accolade, or contract, which I felt there's a contract coming forth here. This is abracadabra with wings. This is Aramaic. I create as I speak. It means fantastic good fortune, lucky chances. You can use it for that too, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos for you to enjoy right here. I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.